Greetings, everybody. I'm John Campia from Movie Reviews to Go, and this is my quick review of the new remake, Footloose. Now, a lot of people hate the idea of remakes. Personally, I'm all for remakes. My attitude has always been, look, if you do a remake and it turns out well, great. If it turns out crappy, like they do many times, no big deal, we still have the original. So I'm always open-minded when it comes to remakes. So does Footloose live up to the original? Well, not really. Look, let's look at some of the good and the bad. On the good side of Footloose is the dancing. Look, if you're going to have a dancing film, and in general, I don't like dancing films. It's not that I have a hatred for dancing in films. It's not like I'm negatively predisposed towards them, but I don't have any enthusiasm for films that are based around dancing. But if you're going to have a dancing film, you better make sure that the dancing is high energy. You better make sure that it's fun. You better make sure the talent of the dancers is really high. You got to have all those things or else it's going to fall flat, because if you're relying on dancing, the dancing's got to work. Gotta say, in Footloose, the damn dancing works. It is fun. It's high energy. And the director made the decision to go with casting two dancers in the leads of his film. So you see Kenny Wormald doing the dancing. That's actually Kenny doing the dancing. He didn't have to go out and cast some actor who they had to train to dance to just sort of get by in the film. Kenny is an established dancer. Julianne is an established dancer, and it really shows. I mean, the energy was so high in it, I found myself tapping my foot and kind of wiggling my butt a little bit in the seats, and I'm somebody who doesn't really like dancing in movies very much, and I thought it was just terrific, very fun. Also on the positive side of this film, this isn't a G-rated film by any stretch of the imagination, but the sense of humor in it has a very sweet and endearing and kind of innocent sense of humor about it. It's the type of humor that you just smile at because the characters are so likable and there's kind of really cute things they're saying. It's not like the film has a lot of huge laughs. It doesn't. Actually, I don't know if it has any huge laughs, and it's certainly not a comedy per se. But I found myself grinning a lot ear to ear through the movie because of its charm and that kind of sweet and innocent sense of humor. Now, with that being said, on the bad side of Footloose, you know how we were saying earlier, the fact that the cast dancers made it great for the dancing? The double-edged sword part of that is that it makes it bad for the acting. Kenny Wormald is not an actor. He's never really been an actor. And for his first big role, they take him and they throw him into the lead role of a remake. That is a tall order for anybody. And I've met Kenny Wormald. I like him. I think he's a very likable dude, and maybe he can develop into something down the road, but he was not ready for this, and it really, really shows. Just having these two leads who aren't established actors, let alone established trained actors, really hurt the film a lot of times, which leads us to the next negative thing that has a lot to do with the acting, was that when you see a film like Footloose, you're not expecting high drama. You're not expecting Shakespeare, and you're not expecting Oscar-winning performances. But when the film clearly tries to go into those areas, when a film like that tries to be really dramatic and tries to showcase the talent of its actors, it's going to be judged accordingly. And unfortunately, on the many occasions that Footloose tries to be really dramatic, it falls flat on its face, not just because of the actors, but also because of weak dialogue and a weak script. It just stumbles and it falls, and it kind of becomes laughable, to be honest. It's just completely unbelievable and laughable. The movie's Footloose. It's about teenagers who want to dance in a town that's against dancing. It should have been kept very light and very easy, and it could have skidded by on that. This one isn't a big one, but it's a huge pet peeve of mine. One of the cliches I hate in movies the most is when the hero has a love interest, but if that love interest already has a boyfriend or husband, then automatically you just know that the boyfriend or husband is going to be a gigantic asshole. That's just the way it is, because no audiences don't want to see the hero steal the girl away from a good guy. So the guy that the girl is already dating or already married to or already involved with is a giant douchebag. And sure enough, Footloose does that as well. I think it's lazy filmmaking. It's a terribly cliche, it's boring, and it's predictable, and I hate it. And then, just to put an explanation point on it, they go that extra mile to give that boyfriend slash husband absolutely no redeeming human qualities whatsoever. They are the incarnation of Hitler, they're so bad. And I really hate that. Overall, Footloose is a high-energy, at times fun, toe-tapping, charming little film that unfortunately trips over its own feet way too often in the film when it tries to get into being dramatic and serious and have powerful emotional scenes that the script simply can't hold up and the talent didn't have the talent to carry. Still, overall, I'm going to give Footloose a 5 out of 10. For Movie Reviews to Go, I'm John Campea.